What is spiritual well-being? The answer has nothing necessarily to do with anything religious, anything related to a creed or set of beliefs. Spiritual well-being requires the most important kind of freedom, namely freedom from compulsive or habitual thinking. Only a mind empty of thoughts is a free mind. When he was asked about the criterion of spiritual progress, the sage Ramana Maharshi replied that it was the degree of the absence of thought. When we're addicted to incessant thinking, it's false that we're free. Not to enjoy thought freedom is to suffer. If you understand this critical insight, you'll understand a lot about what sages teach about living well. To think is to conceptualize, to use a concept or principle of classification to separate, divide, categorize, classify, or sort. For example, if you understand what a horse is, you're able to separate horses from non-horses. So it's natural for you, when you see one, automatically to conceptualize it as a horse. As soon as you conceptualize it, it's no longer what you saw. It's become a thought object rather than a horse. When we do this habitually, we wind up living in our thoughts rather than in reality. We cut ourselves off from the direct experience of reality. That's the logical beginning of suffering. To become free from compulsive thoughting is to awaken spiritually. This opens a dimension beyond all language and conceptualization, a dimension that cannot itself be thought. There are those special uses of usually capitalized words that point towards it, such as being, emptiness, presence, stillness, peacefulness, allness, or inner spaciousness. It cannot be thought, conceptualized, or described. Allness transcends thought. Objects or forms are separable individuals. Whereas the dimension of becoming is filled with forms, being is formless. Whereas becoming is noisy, being is silent. Whereas there's incessant motion in becoming, being is still. Whereas becoming is a plenum, being is empty. Whereas becoming is a conflict zone, being is peaceful. Whereas becoming has billions of persons, being is empty of persons. It's devoid of all forms. If so, the only way to apprehend being is directly. This is why sages teach us to drop all thoughts, or at least all unnecessary thoughts. Apprehending being requires alert, though thoughtless, awareness. Those who master the art of living directly are sages, successful philosophers, mystics. They're able to live in becoming from the dimension of being. Sages transcend the dimension of becoming to pure being. That transcendence is indescribable. Being is the essence of everything. Since being pervades becoming, we're already being. Since we are being, there's nothing to achieve or gain. The task is simply to drop all obstructions to realize our true nature. So you may wonder, how is spiritual awakening to be attained? Breakthroughs or glimpses of being often occur unexpectedly and spontaneously. Many who have them, though, don't understand or value them. Meditation is the practice of noticing and dropping thoughts. It's really such a good way to open to being that the Buddha said that there is no wisdom for those who do not meditate. Spiritual awakening is spiritual well-being. It's very simple. Just drop all thoughts. However, it's also so difficult that there may be only about one sage in 10 million people. Nevertheless, and I assure you of this from my own experience, working daily on dropping unnecessary thinking greatly enhances the quality of life, even if sagehood remains elusive. Reducing suffering is not the same as eliminating suffering, but the more we reduce suffering, the better we live.